One of our 3 IPAs that we have on year-round. The Blind Pig goes back to the first brewery that I was involved with back in Southern California, the Blind Pig Brewery, which is back in, that was 94 to 96 that I was involved. After moving up to Northern California to help Korbel Winery start a brewery, Russian River Brewery, which now Natalie and I own. Somewhere in there we picked the name back up, started brewing it again. It's virtually the same recipe as it was back then with just a couple of slight creative changes with some new varieties of hops that are out now that weren't available back then. 6.1% alcohol. That's one of my favorite parts about this beer is that it's a low alcohol, heavily hopped beer. A lot of you may know one of our other IPAs, Pliny the Elder. This is actually a hoppier beer. When you taste the 2 next to each other, Pig is a much hoppier beer. This is what we drink around the brewery on a pretty regular basis. It's a great session IPA at 6.1% alcohol. And in my mind, there's too many big hoppy beers that are being made now, and this was sort of our answer to that, as well as Pliny the Elder, our double IPA, which is 8% alcohol. We also make a 6.5% alcohol IPA that's always on tap at our pub, Russian River IPA. So we always have 3 IPAs on tap, sometimes more when we brew some of the other one-off beers. And it's definitely one of the favorite things that we do at the brewery. We now have a production brewery, so we're running 2 breweries, and everything in our pub gets made there that's served at the pub, and then the production brewery kind of acts as for all our distribution. And so we're bottling this beer, do a lot of draft, but just like our general distribution, most of this stays in California.
Did you keep your barrel room at your pub, or did you shift all the barrels out to the production room?
I'm talking hops now.
Oh shit!
You know, Sam's really good about this. If you've ever traveled with him, he's always really good about engaging, and he always asks the right question. Do you plan these things, or?
I'm trying to hook up with you tonight.
Are you staying at the Bricks Gallery?
I'm really interested in what you're saying. No, but you said that none of the beers that are on tap at the pub are made at the production brewery. What about the other way around with barrel beers?
No, we have a whole separate barrel room at the production brewery. Our barrel room at the production brewery will hold 400, maybe 450 barrels now. So it's a pretty substantial sized room. We would have traveled yesterday, but we were emptying barrels and bottling and doing a lot of barrel work, and we're doing that again next week. But we've now taken our 50-barrel wine barrel room at the pub, and everything that comes out of there is for our pub. So we now almost year-round will have 2 barrel-aged beers, and then we're trying to keep our 100% Brettanomyces beer as well going at our pub. So you can sometimes come into the pub and now get 2, 3 barrel-aged sour beers, and that's been a goal of ours. And then for the distribution, it's all coming out of out of the production brewery. So, and yeah, how many wine barrels or beer barrels? I think Tommy was asking how much production we're doing. I know the production brewery at 6,000 or 7,000 barrels, and then our pub does 3,000 barrels, and 2,000 up to 3,000 barrels.